On the conversation today, we have the distinct privilege of hosting a man whose life journey reads like a compelling testament to global citizenship, dedicated to service and an unwavering commitment to his roots. From the front lines of healthcare in Chicago to the vibrant, intricate world of business and indeed to the very heart of Nigerian politics. As a former presidential aspirant, our guest embodies a unique confluence of perspectives. Our guest is almost irregular. He is a medical doctor, a keen businessman, and a seasoned politician, a rare trifecta that offers an unparalleled lens through which to examine the most pressing issues of our time. He has not just observed the challenges, he has lived them, analyzed them, and actively sought to shape solutions from different vantage points. Please join me at this time in extending a very warm welcome to a distinguished Nigerian in diaspora, Dr. Nwachukwu Anakwenze. Dr. Anakwenze, it's an honor to have you with us at this time today.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
How's California at this time?
Oh, California is beautiful.
Great. Now, Dr. Anakwenze, as someone who bridges continents and professions, let's start with the global economy. From your unique vantage point in California, how do you see the current shift and the uncertainties in the global economic landscape impacting nations, particularly in Nigeria, especially as we navigate complexities ranging from supply chain disruptions to evolving geopolitical alliances as it is today?
Before I do, I always give my preamble so people know where I'm coming from. We want a true democracy in Nigeria and Africa. We want Nigeria where every ethnic group feel like they have a stake in the future of the country. We envision Nigeria where leadership is based on merit, hard work, fairness, and accountability. That's what we want. We want ethnic diversity to be seen as strength. That's what we want. But in terms of the economy, like I've said before, Nigeria, America is the top country in the world now, and China, they are locking horn with China. China was nothing at independence, but they have strong leaders who are determined to make their country work. That's the difference between Nigeria and China. China was backward. India was backward. We are the same level as India, but they've all left us and gone 1 million miles away. Whereas they have serious-minded people with education determined to pull all their people up. We have more resources than all those people. God gave us diamond, gold, oil, silver, tin, bauxite. They don't have it. China, they don't have it. Japan have zero. But they come to Nigeria and buy it. Then they go and build Toyota and Nissan and come back and you buy.
In playing the catch-up, what should we be doing at this time? It's late to match up at that level. But you also agree that we are not just sitting back, we are moving. Possibly we are not running, but we are moving. How fast should we move and how should we move?
First of all the ethnic groups need to work together like a team. All the different tribes have abilities that are different. Like the strength of Yorubas is not the same strength as Igbo people. Igbo people are strong in economic business. Yoruba people are good in Yoruba people are good like in law, like in journalism, in administration. Those are different skills, but you need all of them together. We need to bring the different tribes together with their unique abilities. Once we start doing that, we will win. We will move and win the World Cup and we'll become a world power. It's not too late. If it's too late, why would I be talking to you? I'm telling you, it's too late for the old people, but it's not too late for the young Nigerians. The young Nigerians can compete with anybody and match and defeat them. The young Nigerians can defeat the Chinese, they can defeat the Europeans, they can defeat Americans. That's what I'm fighting for. I'm not fighting for myself or people of my age. I'm fighting for the young people to be empowered. That's why I call for them to have free education. If all our money for oil achieve is to train the young people with good technology and good education, then we've achieved something. I call for skill acquisition centers, polytechnic. In America, they call it the first 2 years, junior college. That's where you learn skill. Everybody don't have to have PhD. In America, like 25% go to university. The rest goes to like polytechnics, which is called junior college, and they learn how to do electrical, air condition, engine. They learn farming. Everybody don't have to get a PhD. You just 25% is enough. But we need to train them to get skills. And after they get skills, if they need to buy equipment and they don't have the money, the government should help them get loans to help them buy the equipment to start their own shop. Nigerian government can never employ everybody to be working for the government. It's not going to work because all those people who are working for the government, most of them are unproductive. They go to work by 10 and they go home by 2. I heard some of them are going there to peel a goosey in the office. There's nothing working. You see, we had iron and steel since I was small. Nothing. It's a failure. We have Nigerian refinery. It's a failure. There used to be Nigerian petrochemical. It's a failure. Nigerian alumaco, aluminium. Failure. Nigerian airways. Failure. Nigerian shipping. Failure. We have all those things and they will fail because those things you need private companies running them. The role of the government is to to give advice, write rules, regulations, and the government collect taxes. The government cannot compete with private businessmen. Somebody like me, I'm willing to work 15 hours a day. Which government people will work 15 hours a day? You'll be lucky if they show up for work. That's why they're failing. Nigeria has everything. Our people are brilliant. We can compete with anybody. We need to build infrastructures leading to those places who can make things. I had called for railways connecting all the state capitals of Nigeria. You have cities in Nigeria that can make that are making cars now, that can make batteries, that can make tires. You need to encourage them. Give them the rail and the good road to ship it to the coast and have an export. If we are
Okay.
not making and exporting things, we're wasting our time.
Okay,
Countries,
Dr. Anakonze.
let me learn, the country's GDP is based on what you're producing and exporting.
Very true. Very true. Okay. In all of this, it is agreed that we know where it pinches us. We know where the challenges are. Now we're talking about how do we get out of this challenge. As a Nigerian in the U.S., how do you see the Nigerian diaspora's role in influencing or contributing to this economic growth that we want in this country? What more do you think can be done to leverage the significant resources that you see Nigerians having, particularly the youth population, of which you're very interested in?
I never gave up on Nigeria. Like I told you, I come home every 3 months. Now I'm going to be coming home every 2 months. We want to come home if you have a government that's sure they are interested in pulling up the young people. Like I told you, I've written off all the old people. I'm only doing what I'm doing for the young people. We need to give them free education, give them scholarship, give them skill to start their own business. The government should encourage business people to come together to build refineries. If you have refineries owned by private companies, it would work. If you have companies run all these things that are failures by private people, they will work. Don't you see Air Peace is working? Nigerian Airway failed. Air Peace is working. Don't you see motor? They are making motors in Nnewi. They're making jeeps, SUVs, trailers. They're doing it for the past 15, 20 years. They're doing it and they're selling it. Government should encourage that and encourage them to hire Nigerians. The government should encourage people to build things. Don't you see like Dangote? Dangote is doing things and building this and building that. That's the way to go. Private public relation linkage. Government can own 10%, not more than that.
Yes, you're a businessman. As someone with an understanding of both healthcare and business, what are the most critical economic reforms or policies you think Nigeria needs to implement to stabilize its economy, control inflation, and improve the cost of living for ordinary citizens with some of the issues you have also mentioned?
I mentioned it already. You need to have local production of goods because we have the raw material. For example, tire. We have rubber. When I was small in Beni area, there was tires, the rubber. And you have petrochemical byproduct. What stops us from being the biggest tire producer in the world? We're able to do it now. When I was small, there used to be tire company in Onisha called Aditola Tire. It's a Yoruba man. When I was in the 60s. Why can we not go back to do those things? You used to have palm oil before in the East. Why is it we can't do it now? In Malaysia, people came and stole all those things from us. Why can't we do cocoa? We used to be cocoa in all the Yoruba land when I was small. All the Oyibo people, they like chocolate. They like ice cream. After American people eat, the next thing they use is cocoa. They use they use ice cream. They use cocoa drink. They are still doing it in Malaysia. They stole all our ideas. When I was small, you have granite in the north pyramid. They are using granite today everywhere in the world. Let's forget about oil. Let's go back to agriculture. Let's go back to agriculture and restart. That's how America started. America started as an agricultural company. America is still an agricultural country because that's how they started. They have animals, cow, they have groundnuts, they have corn, they have potatoes. That's how America started. But their cow don't go around eating people's food. They fence them around. Then they grow the food there where they are. We can do that. Why can't we
That is
grow?
ranching. That is an initiative which is ongoing in Nigeria. I was bringing you back to a particular concern. Yes, you say farmers should get back to farm, but you will agree with me that the old way of farming is not the way to go. The old way of rearing animals is not the way to go. Now, as much has been achieved in terms of security in Nigeria, we still have pockets of insecurity around which has deterred farmers from farming. Cattle rearers cannot go around. As you've said, ranching is the best way to go. In your own view, looking at how the American system operates, what should Nigeria be doing at this time?
We have state security, we have state vigilante, we have local government vigilante, we have town vigilante, and within the towns, all the small villages within the town have vigilantes, and they work together and coordinate. Like where my people have walkie-talkie, my people have CCTV, so anybody moving around in the main squares of town will see them, and then they go after them immediately. We provide them with cars, motorcycles. We buy them the equipment they need to defend the town. We pay them salary, like 40,000 naira per person. It's not something that you do for free. They have to see it as a job. And then we provide them motorcycle. Government support is fine, but we don't depend on government from where I come from because we have more money than the government. So we have to leave. Our children have to leave. I have to come home every 2 months. I can't be coming and be scared. Where I come from, I can move around 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. It's not like other people who are scared of leaving a house after 6, they're scared. I'm not. And our business is going on like that. So that's what I'm telling you, what we're doing. You know, like in the Benue State, I don't know what the governor is doing. They should have a law passed where all the villages are able to provide their own security, the government supporting them. That's what we're doing. So I believe in a teamwork. All the tribes have skills. Like Ijaw people are very good with water. And the 2/3 of this world is water. You use them for that. You use people who know how to do law, who knows how to do journalism, you use them for that. And we will come up on top and be a great country. On that, I had mentioned also, African Union should not be just a political union. It should be economic union. We should trade among ourselves. We should, Ghana, Nigeria, Cameroon, we should be doing a lot of trading among ourselves. Right now, you're keeping quiet. Europeans and Asians are coming and trading with them, but we cannot talk to each other. We need to find out how to have common currency so that we can buy things among ourselves in Africa. We need to have it set up in such a way that you can't come from outside to sell something to an African people without you controlling what they're going to do. Right now, we're not able to control what they do. We should be able to say, you want to sell to us, put the factory in Nigeria, put the factory in Africa, and hire Africans to run the factory. We should be able to say that if we're working together. But we're not doing it. You can't go to China. If you go to China, they will make you show them the patterns of how you build a car. You come in to sell the car, they want you to show them how you make it. So where you're making your own, they're making their own. In the European Union, you can't go and just sell in European Union. You have to get permission. They have to check and give you permission to sell. In Africa, it's porous. Anybody can come and live and take whatever we have. We have to change how we do things. We need to organize Africa, not just politically, economically. We need to be manufacturing in Nigeria and shipping all over Africa. We should start controlling our own economy, our own backyard.
Still tapping from your deep wisdom, Dr. Anakwenze, considering your diverse background and perspectives. What is your ultimate vision for Nigeria in the next decade, and what role do you believe both Nigerians at home and in the diaspora must play to achieve that vision? Just in a wrap.
I want Nigeria to be a world power. We have the people to do it. We have the natural resources to do it. You just have to bring people with the brain. Cure. I will give them medication to cure their tribalism and religious bigotry. And if they work together as your friends, your neighbor, we will go on the very top. And all these people, Oyibo people will be coming to Nigeria begging us for job, begging for letter to get visa to stay in Nigeria, just like they're doing in America now, where they're throwing up Africans and people from Latin America away. We can turn it around in 10, 15 years, and they will be coming to us and begging for job. I said, if anybody is going to say you anything, tell them to put the factory in Nigeria or Africa. If you speak together, they will do it. That's what
Great.
America is made of. America is business everywhere. The American government only owns army, police, and air force. That's all they own. They don't have any company.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nwachukwu Anakwenze. The takeaway is for us to have small government and big private sector, as well as ensuring all is being put in place to ensure that every nook and cranny in Nigeria is secured and the youth are empowered enough to be much productive. Thank you. It's always a pleasure having you on Business Express.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That was Dr. Nwachukwu Anakwenze there from California, all the way from the United States of America. Business Express continues after this break. Do stay.